Hey everybody, Arlo and I are out and about again. Today we're up in Flagstaff, Arizona, because we wanted to see if we could find some lobster mushrooms. Now, the lobster mushroom isn't as common down on the Mogollon Rim where I spend most of my time, so I thought that we would drive up here and see what we could find. Now, it does occur down there, but probably in the 8 years that I've been looking for mushrooms down there, I found like 5. I don't know what the difference is. Basically, the ponderosa pine forest is very similar, and we're at a similar elevation, so I'm not sure what the difference is, but they are very common up here. Look at that, Art. What's this? Look at this. Yep. So there's some right there. Look at that. Now they call this mushroom a lobster mushroom because it looks like a lobster claw. It does have a slight seafoody taste, but mainly because it looks like a lobster claw. Now this is a really cool mushroom because, well, it's actually 2 mushrooms. This is called Hypomyces lactiflorum, and what it is a parasitic fungus that actually attacks another mushroom. Now the host mushroom for this is a russula, a type of russula mushroom, and then this other fungus takes over this mushroom and turns it from a white gilled russula to this, which basically the gills have actually been sort of like engulfed. They're actually just sort of like ridges at this point, and it changes the mushroom from one mushroom to another mushroom, and just like the host russula mushroom, it's a very crisp and firm. But other than that, it really is a completely different mushroom at this point. This is a great beginner mushroom because there's absolutely nothing else that looks like this. I mean, it sort of kind of looks like a chanterelle, but once you've seen a chanterelle, you can see that it doesn't really look like that. But this is a very cool and a very beautiful mushroom. It's very common up here in Flagstaff. Look at that, here's a nice big lobster mushroom right here. Now, sometimes if they are very bright colored and you can spot them just from the color, but sometimes if you don't see them, you look for these mounds of pine needles. That's called a shrump, and that's the mushroom pushing up from the ground and making this lump. And look at that. That's a big one. Look how beautiful that is. And they're all over this. This is a good area right here. They're actually all over the area here. They're all along the trail. They're all along the in the trees here. But they're very dirty, so you need to clean them up a lot. So they do take a little bit of work. But they grow in like big clumps, and here's just a big clump of them right here. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Like I said, they're very dirty. I do have a brush, and that'll help some. But when I get home, we'll definitely have to clean these up. So this is my first time actually up here looking for lobster mushrooms, and I met some very nice people. along the road here that steer me in the right direction, and definitely they're all over the place. Actually, I am very familiar with Flagstaff. I actually lived up here for a while in the 80s, and I loved it here, and that's one of the main reasons why I moved back to Arizona. Back then, though, Flagstaff was a much different town. Small, not a whole lot going on. We just had the college there, and a bunch of hotels, not much else. But now it's a whole different kind of city. But it's always nice to get back up here. It's always so beautiful. Let's see if we can find some more. Come on, Arlo. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's a good boy. As you can see, I have Arlo on a leash today. We are kind of on a trail area, and I don't know if I'm going to run into some other people, so I just want to make sure that I have him on a leash. So I think Arlo found some. They're all over here. Look at, there's some right here, right there. There's some pretty ones right there. Just pretty much in every direction you can see them. There's some over there. Look at that. Can you help me? Hey, good one. Hey, bud. Yeah. Arlo. Yeah, you want to help me with these mushrooms? Want to help me with these mushrooms? Look at that. Look at that one. Oh my gosh, look at the color. Look at the color of that one. That is so beautiful. That one's a little soft. This one looks good. That's amazing. That is amazing. Look at that. Another one over here. Look at that. Wow, I wasn't expecting to find this many. I'm not going to collect too many more. Basically, I just want a few to play around with some recipes, and we'll leave the rest for other people. I've actually collected way more than I was expecting to. I was just going to get 2 or 3 of them, but since they're so abundant, I got myself a small bag full, and that'll give me the opportunity to play around with some recipes and see what we can do. So that's pretty exciting. Wow, look at that. Wow. It's amazing how prolific this mushroom is up here. Down by where I usually am on the Mogollon Rim, can't find them anywhere. I've only found a few here and there. But here, once you get into an area where they are, they're everywhere. Well, it's actually the next day. Arlo and I had a great time up in Flagstaff yesterday. We found a lot of great lobster mushrooms, and today I decided that I was going to make some lobster mushroom jambalaya. Actually, chicken and lobster mushroom jambalaya. So it should be really good. Let me show you what I have to work with today. So I've already prepared all of my mise en place so that I can make this go quick. It's actually a pretty simple recipe. Basically, jambalaya is a rice dish which you can put anything in it. I think traditionally, I think it was just used to utilize leftovers and things. So all you need to do is have the rice, usually some sort of cured ham, and then whatever you have in the refrigerator left over. So what I have to work with today, so I have our Cajun mirepoix, bell pepper, celery, and onions. I also have 2 bay leaves. I have our rice, just regular old rice, chicken broth, and then we have our lobster mushrooms, the chicken. These are chicken thighs. I have some tasso here. Now tasso is just a cured and smoked pork product, very Cajun. You can probably buy it or get it in mail order. I actually made this one. It's just pork shoulder, which I sliced, and then I put lots of seasonings and all that, and then I cured that for a couple of days, and then I smoked it. So that's that. So this is the tasso. I have a couple of cloves of chopped garlic. This is just some Cajun seasoning, and then I have some tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, some Tabasco sauce, and some butter. And that's it. It's a pretty straightforward recipe, and let's get started. All right, to my pot, I just added some butter and a little bit of olive oil. And now we're going to brown off our chicken. So I have these 2 chicken thighs. They're still a little frozen, but it's going to cook for a long time. I just want to get a little bit of color on those. Alright, that's good. I just want to get a little bit of color on those. Alright. And then to this I'm going to add the tasso. And start browning that up. That smells so good. And then to that, we're going to add our 2 bay leaves, and then our mirepoix. So at this point I'm going to add my garlic. And then a little bit of our Cajun seasoning. Just to get things started here. It's starting to smell really good already. All right, everything's looking really good. We're just building up the foundation of our dish here. We've put it in our tasso. We browned that up a little bit, added our mirepoix, and now we're just letting this sweat a little bit so that we can get all those flavors melding together. And then I'm going to add our lobster mushrooms. Well, those veggies are looking really good. Now I think I'm going to add our lobster mushrooms. The lobster mushrooms I chopped up into big chunky pieces because I really want to showcase them in the jambalaya. I really want them to, you really have a big meaty piece. So let's add those in. So we just want to cook those mushrooms down a little bit, see if they'll release some of their moisture, and then we're going to add our diced tomatoes and our tomato sauce. I'm going to add a little bit more of our Cajun seasoning in here. I think I'm going to add a little bit of our tomato sauce, maybe half of that, and then I'm going to add all these diced tomatoes. I'm going to add about half of those. Okay, to this I'm going to add our rice. I'm going to add the rest of my canned tomatoes. And then chicken broth. Add our chicken thighs, put those back in there. Alright, so we brought our jambalaya up to a simmer, and I just put the lid on it, and we're just going to wait until that rice is cooked and the chicken is cooked. That probably, I don't know, half an hour? So we'll come back and check it out in a couple of minutes. Alright, so it's been going for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, so let's check and see what's happening in there. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Look at that. Taste a little bit of the rice. Still needs to go for a little bit, but it's looking pretty good. I'm actually going to add a little bit more chicken stock in there. Alright, it's looking pretty good. The seasoning tastes really great. And we're just going to let it go for a few more minutes. Look at that, it's perfect. The rice is perfect. I'm going to add some chopped parsley. Actually, I'm lying. This is chopped cilantro. But if you have chopped parsley, that. Take out our bay leaves. All right, there it is. Look at that. Lobster, mushroom, and chicken jambalaya. It smells so good. I wish you could smell it. Let me try it. Wow. The rice is cooked perfect and just got the right amount of spice. It's got just enough to kick me in the pants but not make me sweat too much. Let's try this lobster mushroom. Look at that. The nice thing about lobster mushrooms is they're such a meaty mushroom. They stand up really well to this type of cooking, and they don't break apart. And the texture is amazing. I still have a little bit of crunch to them. They definitely, the lobster mushrooms definitely lend themselves well to this type of dish. And even with all of the onions and garlic and the Cajun seasoning and the tomato and everything, when you bite into the lobster mushrooms, let me find a smaller one. It still tastes like mushroom. It's amazing. This is so good. I'm definitely going to make this one again. So good. Makes me think I might want to make a mushroom gumbo. Maybe I'll make a lobster mushroom, oyster mushroom, and shrimp russula mushroom gumbo. That'd be pretty cool, right? It's so good. Well, really appreciate you following along with Arlo and I and our adventures. And if you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe. If you want to be notified when our new videos come up, hit that notification bell. And please leave a comment in the comment section if you have one. I always enjoy reading those. And, well, I guess we'll see you in the next one. Bye.